Hello YouTube, Ronan Kazi, video number 2. Part of the problem with recording video, it's the same setup in a sense. My mic now is stationary. I used to hold my phone close to me and I would walk around and do whatever. I'm a walker and a talker person, but I can't do that now because I want to look into this camera. So I just recorded however long the video is. I just recorded it with the AC and the fan on. I did that once before. That video, for what I said in the video, that was a great video for me. I couldn't re-record it. I do all this off the top of my head. So I just was spitting game that day and I was like, dang, I can't recreate that. So you got a video that had a fan and AC on it because I just couldn't recreate it. I could have pulled out a transcript and I could have read it, and it's just not the same. So this is take 2. I'm going to ask you to like, subscribe, share, unsubscribe, resubscribe, comment if it's working, hit the notifications. My process is this. I record the video the night before. I do the narration the night before. I cobble that all together. I upload it to the cloud. And I said all the things. I say, please allow all comments, hold any obscene comments. At 4:30, the day that you're watching this video, YouTube has shut off the comments. So I go in and open them up. So I apologize, there's no comments. I'm not getting notifications from Google saying, hey, you're doing whatever. I don't include music. I may have said maybe the links to my social media was doing it. I don't know what's doing it. I tried to cut down the number of curse words I'm doing. I don't know if that did it. So, and I'm old, so that's going to be my excuse. Codger. Yeah. Oh, also, by the way, I can change the lighting, the colors of the lights, and I put a little too much red yesterday. I'm just I'm still getting what's the perfect thing. And I'm trying to do this all on the fly. So I apologize as I learned to light myself better and put the camera somewhere better. That's what we're going to get. This video is kind of about the road to nowhere. This is doing things for just the sake of doing them, not for any benefit, not for getting further ahead. It's a hard thing for some people to just do something that doesn't do anything. Like, what's the point? Maybe some people golf to get better and they're always striving to get better. Maybe some people are reading books to whatever, to be in a book club or to study a certain subject. As I'm saying this right now, maybe you read a book and you're already on the road to nowhere. So part of that's good. So like everything, it's a balance. This wasn't in the last video. You're getting fresh content, YouTube. So I can see now that maybe it's good that you have some structure. Ghost Recon, Breakpoint, for me, is a guilty pleasure. I'm not trying to get to any level here. I'm not trying to finish the game. It's a game I enjoy. There's mechanics I enjoy. I don't really have to worry about getting loot. I like going out and doing tactics and going into different situations and flying into helicopters and parachuting, which I love because I'm a kid. So that's what this is kind of about. That's what this is kind of about. Sometimes I might have been characterized as a type A person. For sure, there was a time in my life where I was driven to succeed and get to the next level, get to the next level, get to the next level. I would always be waiting to have maybe enough timing grade to go to the next level. I'm too young to make me a president or a VP, blah, blah, blah. I was too young, I was a college kid in the Coast Guard. I took all the tests I had to take, like, the first 6 months I was in it. And then I just had to wait for time and grade to get promotions. A lot of people couldn't stand that about me. When I worked in the civilian world, I understand everything. I'm ready to run it. And over the course of my life, I've had to learn patience. And advice I'd give anyone is, why are hobbies important? Because you're not going to be able to channel 100% of your effort into your work. Even if you do, it's dubious value of that, 100% of yourself into your work. I'm not saying work, I'm a firm believer in working extra and all that stuff for me, but it's a dubious value. There's some other things. So that's kind of all of this other stuff. That's what the road to nowhere is. You're doing something that maybe doesn't have a purpose. Might be like watching your favorite TV show, listen to your favorite podcast that's not about how to learn Spanish or how to have better etiquette at dinner or any of that kind of stuff. There's a lot of videos, a lot of stuff on YouTube I'll watch too. I'm a big physics person. I'm interested in quantum mechanics, especially blah, blah, blah. But sometimes I'll just watch some World War II. Why was this propeller the key to success for the Allies? You know, it'll be something very niche. And that's a guilty pleasure. And that's what games are, and they can be. But I also think games can serve a purpose. Why do I play a game like The Division 2? Because I want to see this teamwork, and I want to see how it unfolds over 25 minutes to an hour on a legendary. How we go from a ragtag group of nobodies. If I play with there is a person that I played a couple times with, their name's Rose Fox. I know what I'm going to get with Rose Fox. I'm going to get excellence. We're going to get through there. I don't want to slack off when I'm with Rose Fox. I want to show them that, hey, I can be part of the team too, right? So that's a different level of thing. So that's why I play the Division 2 still. I mean, there was a few videos back I talked about what's the thing about a game, the bang for the buck. Let's say I paid $100 for the Division 2 and how many times I bought it. And I played 2,000 hours on one account. So if I did the math, 0, I'm getting my value out of it, YouTube. That's why I play it. But it's going to have an end of life. When the new Ghost Recon vehicle comes out, I gave you my thoughts on a little bit of it. Then I got invited to play it. I can't talk about it. I don't know when I can talk about it, but when I can talk about it, you'll probably be able to play the game at that point. But I'd say this about any game. The games that let you do some character creation, and you can customize your characters, and that's your avatar that's playing out there. Those games seem to strike me. I have more affinity to those games than a game where I'm playing, even though I play a lot of female characters, but I wouldn't pick their female character to do my thing. I have whatever my story is in that backdrop for that character. This is normally when I might ask you to like, subscribe, unsubscribe, resubscribe, share, comments when they're working. I might have already said that in the beginning. One last time, I'll stop doing it. The other thing with the camera, it gives me more confidence to do my laptop video. Why didn't I start with the camera on in the beginning? If you look at the very first videos, I didn't even talk in them because I didn't know if I could do the mechanics. Like, I had a hard time. I don't live stream because I haven't figured out a way to just do it practice where I can get all the mechanics so there's no technical issues. Then you're just going to have to deal with me live. The couple times I've done it live, it's overwhelming for me to pay attention to people in the chat and play the game. So I have to play a game on a lesser level and enjoy it that way, or you guys could all see what's going on. I don't know if Twitch is better than YouTube. I've done everything on YouTube. I'd have to set it up in Twitch. It's probably not a problem. But what that does, I have full-time jobs, so I have to husband my time so I get the most bang for the buck. So when I can play games, I'm playing, half-hour increments of a game. And like I said this last weekend, I played a lot of Remnant because I love the game. So I'm playing it all day, and I'm not playing these other games. So at the end of that, I got a lot of footage for Remnant, but I haven't even introduced you that I'm playing Remnant. So you might have seen in the video, I was talking to some guy. He wants to disappear. I have to make him, quote unquote, disappear. I have to kill him. So I have to go to a computer terminal, say that he's tried to escape and got killed, and then he's off the grid. If you want to think about the bad things about technology and AI and all that overbearing society, this is a great game for you, because that's what it's all about. Where the person that kind of runs the island, the benevolent dictator who thinks that we should do all this, they get taken over by a mercenary group, and now they're using it for their own purposes. And so these are, maybe that's the fear of all this, but that's what happens sometimes. At least it's a story. That is Caesar dropping his bone on the floor. He's not real thrilled with me, because this is the second time he has to be quiet. So that's the thing with guilty pleasures. The other thing I did in the last video, that's Roxy. The other thing I did in the last video is top 5 games that are too grindy. I'm going to go 5 to 1. Number 5 is Final Fantasy XIV. It's a great game. It's an MMORPG, but there is a certain grind to it, at a certain point. What's interesting about that game is you can't escape the big missions. So you're going to be in one of those big missions. And sometimes the big mission isn't just a 5-person. It's like a raid. So you're in there, and if you're a healer, normally I'm a healer in that because it's easy to get through the game. But then I got to heal in these groups. So that's a little bit of a pressure. And if you haven't seen the game, you don't see the mechanics, you're the stupid healer. It's like there's 2 healers out of all these people, and you got to keep up half the raid. You're either keeping up the tanks or everyone else. Whew, tough and grindy. Number 4 is going to be, that's 1, 2, 3. Number 4 is, YouTube. I'm going to skip number 4. I'm going to go to number 3. Number 3 is Diablo 4, the Diablo series. At a certain point, you reach the top of the game. Then you're just grinding to play higher level enemies, and you need higher gear to play. No thanks, YouTube. No thanks. Number 2 is Destiny 2. Super grindy. Super, super grindy. They call it a looter shooter, but the amount of loot you get's insignificant. But the number 1 game that's grindiest of all time, I feel, is World of Warcraft. World of Warcraft, at this point, they have tons of expansions. So can I buy a mount for those other expansions? I understand you want me to do all your BS on this new content, but I still gotta grind out and get a mount. No thanks. I don't care how they change it. I don't care if they make it easy. These other races, why do I gotta grind reputation with them to get new access? Why can't I be an adult and pay for it? Well, other people can't pay for it. Make it so they can play twice as long as me. I don't got time to do it. I gotta make content. Blizzard. So, the top 5 list is homage to my show I watch every day on YouTube, or it's a podcast, and I love that show. So, last thing is we're getting near the end. I'm going to come across a set of railroad tracks. Me and Roxy on our lonely walk through the wilderness. And the title of this video podcast is The Road to Nowhere. And there's a group that did a song on that. It's an okay song. It's obviously, I'm probably shaped by the songs that I heard when I was a certain age. It's an older song now. I wonder if the songs, they don't, but sometimes I wonder, do the songs that I like that are 20, 30, 40 years old, 30 years old. When I was growing up in the 70s, let's say in the 80s, that's what Elvis was like 30 years. And I was like, man, this rinky-dink. What this rinky-dink music. Is that what people think about the stuff I listen to? Probably. My kid said it was dad rock, so I wanted to punch him after that. You do. Not allowed to punch children, even if they're older. So I'm going to get on these railroad tracks. That song came to mind. A lot of times I'm thinking of song titles, music for a lot of this stuff. I listen to other stuff. There's some Kendrick Lamar, but I don't want to get copyrighted or anything up there. There's some other things. Don't ruin my vibe. Right? And I'd like to say the whole parts of that. But anyways, YouTube. Enough about me. Thank you for watching. Appreciate you putting up with the comments problems, but we'll work on it. Ronan Kazi signing off.